Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So these are all the happy mails that I've received so far, and I finally got a moment to decorate them. So we're going to go through them one by one, and I'm going to start with Kim Newberg because she is the one who started this movement and graciously allowed me to join. So I used absolutely everything that I could in every single one, and I think there's only one that I had to add something, and it wasn't this one, so we'll get to that one in a minute. So what I wanted to do was cover up the names and addresses. So with Kim, she sent me a sticker, so I put that sticker there, and then I took this lovely little girl and I made her into a pocket, and I cut only one section of this off, and I wanted to save it for later, so I'm going to put it in that pocket. And then she sent these also for journaling spots, and I'm not ready to write on them yet, so all those are going in this pocket. Okay, and then we open it up, and I didn't want to put anything here because I want to be able to use that as writing space. And this is the section that I cut, and I just glued it down with some Scotch Create glue stick, this here. And from what I'm told, they don't make it anymore, so I don't know what I'm going to use when I finally finish using up all the ones that I have. But meantime, this here was part of the actual envelope, and I made that into a tuck spot for these adorable girls here. And this piece here actually came off of part of, I think, right here or right there. I'm not really sure, but I put it there to let you know that that is an actual tuck spot. There is something there to do. And then when you flip it over, I didn't do anything to the back except I put down here images by Kim, and that way I know exactly who sent it to me. Okay, and this digital, I'm guessing it's a digital that she made. I'm not really sure, and I really hated to cover up the front part of it, but I want to be able to use that as writing space. So let's put that over there. So the next one I got was from Caroline's Craft Tree. So this piece right here is from me, only because I had to use that for something else. So not this one. Okay, so these things she sent me, and those are covering up the addresses. I could have used them as page tabs or just glued one side, but I figured they were perfect to cover up the addresses, and so I put them there. And it kind of looks like this one kind of blends in a little bit, but I could put something on there on that rickrack to make it stand out a little bit more, but this pops the page, so I wanted it there because it matches with the stamp. Okay, so the inside, this came with it, handmade little tag, and this was actually in a different pocket, but you'll see why I put it here in a second. So I put that there, and this is a page from my own stash that I wanted to put in the pocket so I could show you that that's what I did. But you can also use this space up here for journaling, and then an extra journaling paper. And then this came with it too, and I added this little charm here that I made just to keep this closed. But this is a pocket, and I didn't want to glue it down because I wanted to be able to see both sides. And I think this is made out of wallpaper. It feels like that kind of material. So I just put a notch in there so you know that you can open it up. And then I put a 1/4 inch, I pulled out my scoreboard and I scored it at a 1/4 inch here to fold it over, but just to make it extra sturdy, I glued a piece of washi tape on there. And this, okay, this is a piece of wallpaper. And I wanted to be able to see the entire picture, but I also wanted to be able to use the back side as writing space. That's why I glued it to the middle. And then we got our page tab is that little puzzle piece. I just stapled it on. I glued it on first so it wouldn't move. And then I stapled it just for extra security. So this tag here that she handmade was actually in this pocket right here. And I wasn't thinking when I glued it down. And so the reason I moved that over there is because when this is in this pocket, the tag hangs down a little bit too far and I don't want it to get damaged. So I put it on this side so the tag can just hang out, or it can actually go up that way. So this pocket was here. This pocket actually had this journal card on there, but I wanted to put these these are playing cards. Look at how cute they are. And they're both 4. So I wanted those to both be visible. And then this came with it also, a handmade little journaling card with some sewing and a beautiful owl. Or, no, that's not an owl. I'm not sure exactly what that is now that I think about it. But I live in the country, and so I get to bird watch all day long when I'm not crafting. And I don't know if she realized that this was a pocket when she was gluing up the envelope. But I put a little notch there. And then I had some tickets. So I have individual letters. So I stamped those. And then I realized that I forgot I had bought a whole bunch of stuff for a really great deal off a marketplace, and that they had stamps in there. And I've probably had these stamps now for 6 months, and I totally forgot that I had them because they're in a spot that is not readily accessible. And so I was able to decorate these tickets, and I just put what is it? Let me see. I edged those with Stormy Sky. Everything else that is inked with ground espresso. Okay. And then you saw the back, Caroline's Craft Tree. That's where I know where it came from. The next one is from Jean's Gems. So I added this. Why did I add that there? I forgot why I put that there. There was something there that I wanted to hide, I think. That's why I put that there. So I sewed that down, and this came with it. So I glued it to that. And then I took that same paper that I used in Caroline's, and I made a little journal card out of it. And in order to make it fit, I had to tear a piece off. And so I put Jean's Gems here. That's why I know where it came from. This was not a sticker, so I made it into a little pocket. And then I took this little girl and I made her into a pocket behind that pocket, because I figured I'm going to do all these Happy Mail envelopes first. And so I don't know how the cover is going to be. And I didn't want her to get damaged if she was going to end up poking out. And so these tickets came with it, and so I put them in there, and then I inked around this beautiful sticker here. And then also we have another tuck spot just because of the way the envelope was sealed and I opened it. So I didn't really know what to do with this yet, but I put it in there for future. I got to think about it. If you remember, she also sent me a little pocket hug. This is so adorable, and this is the envelope that it came in, and so I just cut the top part off so I could sew this down and make it into a pocket, and then keep my pocket hug right in the front there. And then I don't know why I covered that up to make it more sturdy. I'm not exactly sure why I did that now that I think about it, but there was a reason for that. I think to make it more sturdy. But so because I made this into a pocket to put here, I had to cut down just a little bit of both edges here to make it fit so it would still fold. So, and then I sewed around that separately. And then the other sticker I put here, and after I laid it down, I think I put it on upside down because it's meant to go this way, and I think it's supposed to be facing the other way, but that is the only way that it would cover up the entire address. And I think the mail system that probably got stuck in there, so I had to glue that back down. And then I just sewed around the entire thing, and I picked this particular fabric because it had butterflies on it. Oh, that's why I picked. There's butterflies on the washi tape that she used. So that's why I picked this particular fabric. Plus it kind of goes, kind of matches. Kind of, sort of. Okay, there's that. And then we have Mama Juju. This paper was gorgeous, and I did not want to put it on here. I wanted to save it. So I can use it in another journal for my own personal use. So I photocopied it because I also wanted to be able to use both sides and still be able to use that in a personal journal for later on. So this is one side of it. And if you watched my previous video about me opening this in front of you and showing you everything, I told you that I didn't want to glue these down yet because I wanted to be able to look at them for a while until I could decide where I wanted to put them. So I just took this little clip here and put that on top. And then here we are. So I tore that page in half that I photocopied, and I put the other one underneath here, but I used the other side of it. And so you can see the flower here, but it's the darker side. And this one here is the actual original. And I just glued down 3 sides and then underneath each slot here to make it a pocket. And so, oh, I didn't do that one. Okay, I actually can put something taller in there. I didn't think, okay. I forgot to glue right there so we can add to that. Okay, this one came with it, and so I could use up every little scrap. I glued that to the back, but I added a little eyelet and then some ribbon. And then so I could fill up these little slots, I pulled out an envelope that I had previously made, and that one matches. And then one of my friends gave me this it's vintage. I'm not sure if it's like a tea card or something. I'm not really sure, but I don't have very many. And so I'm going to keep that in there, and I can also journal on that. And then this piece here came unfolded. So I knew it was a pocket just because of what's on the back. And so I scored those so I could turn it into a pocket, and I turned it sideways. And it probably should have been on this side, but I did this side of the page first. So my butterfly is upside down, but I cut off the ribbon, the extra ribbon that I had cut off from here. I put down the center of this butterfly there, and then this tag came with it too. And I put an eyelet there, but I reinforced it with some round, I think it's a 5/8 punch that I have. And then this ribbon here is actually not ribbon. It's the hem of a shirt that I was unable to wear anymore and not good enough to give to the thrift store to resell. So I've cut that up and used it in a few things. And I picked this one because there's so many different colors on here that it actually matches pretty good. So that's that. And then on the back, this is the other piece of ephemera that she sent. And again, here, using up the rest of the paper that I had to tear off from these sides here. I got it here, and I got it on here so I could use every piece. And I'm guessing this is a jelly plate print because it actually has physical texture on it, not just visual texture. But then the last piece of paper, I put her name on it and I put it down there. So, I've texted my husband like 5 times today and said, don't forget to stop at the post office because I'm expecting Happy Mail. And the first time I used voice text, the first time it came out, I'm expecting a Happy Meal. So, Happy Meal's in the mail. Yeah, I'm really hoping that there's some in there today because people keep saying, I sent mine on this date and you didn't get it yet. No, I haven't. But I did send out some more Happy Mail yesterday for these 4 here. So I hope you get them soon. And I can't wait for the next Happy... Oh, that came off. She was in this one here because I wanted to keep that little flap closed. Isn't that cute? That's a picture from a magazine, and I chose this one because it's got roses on it. And even though they're pink, and this is more of an orangey, I still figured it kind of went. And then just put some eyelash trim on there. So let me put that back in there. All right. If you want to join the Happy Mail movement, I will have all the ladies' links in the description box below. So if you want to join the Happy Mail movement, just become a subscriber. And the deal is we're just sending a little bit of Happy Mail so we can put a smile on somebody's face. And so you just take stuff that you already have in your home, and we're only doing the cost of a stamp. Now, you can add more stuff and pay more postage, but the whole point of it is just to spread some joy with the cost of a stamp using things that we already have. So there are some creators on here that are from Canada. It's all 1 ounce. If you're from the United States, it's 1 ounce, and it's 30 grams in Canada, which is 1 ounce. Canada's stamps are $1.30. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you in my next video, which will me hopefully showing you how I rectified that little problem in my mini dilemma from my last video. So have a great day, and I will see you soon.